Tesla just quoted you $20,000 to replace your battery. You went online and you found out there's tens of thousands of people just like you. Now you're wondering, do you sell the car? Are you gonna have to buy a new car? Or EV just one big scam? I'm Jax from Green Tech Auto, and unlike Tesla, who's in the business of selling cars, we're in the business of selling battery. Not only will this video save you thousands of dollars, but when you finish watching this video, you're gonna know more about your Tesla battery than people who claim to work on them. First thing we need to do is we need to drop it out of the car. So we're gonna go do that right now. Take a look how it's done. Okay, so this is what the Tesla Model 3 battery looks like right in front of us. You're gonna have 4 long modules across the battery pack. So what actually causes Tesla batteries to go bad? This is where a lot of bad assumptions start. Battery failure doesn't usually mean the whole pack is done. One of the biggest factors is temperature. Prolonged heat accelerates chemical degradation, while extreme cold limits how safely the battery can accept or deliver power. That's not software, it's chemistry, which is why Tesla uses preconditioning and why ignoring it, especially in winter, can shorten your battery's life. Charging habits are another major factor, which we'll talk about later. For nickel-based NMC batteries, regular charging to 100% increases degradation, which is why Tesla recommends lower daily limits. However, new LFP batteries handle full charges much better. Driving behavior matters too. Frequent or hard acceleration and braking adds stress over time. And sometimes failure also comes down to a simple weak component, like one bad cell group limiting the entire pack, which is why a failed battery often isn't completely dead, it's just constrained by its weakest part. Here's what most people get wrong. There isn't just one Model 3 battery. There are 3 fundamentally different pack configurations, and which one you have changes everything. The long range and the performance versions use a 2170 cell pack made up of 4 long modules arranged lengthwise containing 4,416 cylindrical cells in a 96 series 46 parallel layout. In the early standard range keeps that same structure but drops to 31 cells in a parallel group, reducing the total count to 2,976 cells and lowering capacity without changing the overall architecture. Also, the newer standard range LFP pack is completely different. It still uses 4 modules, but instead of thousands of small cylindrical cells, it uses large prismatic cells instead, with around 106 total in a 106 series configuration. That means different chemistry, voltage, behavior, and charging characteristics compared to the older systems like the Model S with thousands more smaller cells spread out across many modules. The Model 3 design is more integrated and efficient, but also more dependent on the health of each group, since the entire pack is limited by its weakest section. Okay, so now let's talk about the BMS, which means Battery Management System, which is actually located inside of the battery pack itself, and it acts as like the brain of the whole battery. And then also something interesting is on each module itself, you're gonna have something called BMBs, which means Battery Monitor Board. And the BMB measures things like voltage and temperature and sends the data up to the main BMS, with the key difference being that the BMBs are just collecting raw data, while the BMS is the decision maker that processes everything and controls the whole battery pack itself. So the BMS is continually monitoring grouped cell voltages, current flow, temperature, distribution, and safety conditions in real time. And it uses that data to actively control charging, discharging, thermal management, cell balancing, and high voltage connections to keep the battery operating safely, efficiently, and within its limits. Okay, so we've talked about why these Tesla batteries actually fail, the truth behind it. We've took the lid off and discovered what's internally happening inside the battery. We did a deep dive on the BMS and what's happening there. Now we're gonna take one of our new batteries, install it inside of the car. Our technician's gonna program the car, and then we're gonna go to a charging station and tell you some information that that a lot of people may ask you about, but most people don't really understand truly. So one of the biggest questions I see online is, why does the charging rate taper after it goes to 80%, right? Because it charges to 80%, then after that, it takes super long to charge. I want to give you a quick analogy. So we're in a parking lot right now, right? And we see that there's empty spots and there's spots where there's cars. So this is how it is. When you plug in the car, and let's say your car is at 0%, like the charge is nothing, it's going to be easy for these lithium ions to find a parking space. And the more full the parking lot gets, if there's no cars in the parking lot, it's easy to find a parking spot. If the parking lot is 80% full, it's hard to find a parking spot. It's going to take longer to find a parking spot. And that's equivalent to, it's going to be harder for these lithium ions to find a home inside of the battery. We're actually at our Kansas City facility right now. This is our main facility, our main distribution center in America. We have 34 little shops across the United States, but I want to go take you inside right now and show you how many Tesla batteries we really have and what the operation looks like for the remanufacturing of these batteries. We're actually at our Tesla operation right now. What you're looking at right now, this is only half of our operation. We have everything from Model 3s to Model S's. We have Model 3s from standard, long range, or performance. We're the biggest distributor and seller of Tesla batteries overall, not just in America, not just in North America, but in the whole wide world. Back to the Model 3, I want to touch on something super important because, you know, it's not a matter of if, but when your Tesla battery goes bad, right? And here's something you need to watch out for. A lot of places, they offer repair, but they don't offer replacement. Repair is like, okay, you know, there's 4 modules inside this battery pack, right? This is the bad module. Everything else is okay. Let's just go ahead and replace this module. Let's just go ahead and put a band-aid on your broken elbow. It doesn't work like that. What we do here is we're taking all of these batteries out and then we're testing them, and we're going through each individual module and doing testing on each one. And let me show you how this would look on the Model S. Okay, so for the Model S, this is a kind of a better example because with the Model 3, you kind of have that foam over top of it, but right here we can actually see the modules itself. So for the Model S, what people would do is they'd be like, oh, okay, this is the bad module, or there's cells in this module that are bad. And then they just go ahead and replace this module, you know, put the case back on, and then they say, okay, you know, that's it, your day's over. But what we're doing here is there's temperature sensors, there's BMBs, there's thousands of parts in this battery, which means there's thousands of things that can go wrong. We're taking every single module out and we're going through our point checklist, going through each factor inside the module to make sure this isn't going to just be a repair that's going to set you up for the next 6 months to a year. We're trying to give you a long-term solution. That's where our warranties go up to 4 years, and our batteries are made to double those warranties. We're going to go upstairs right now, and I want to share one more secret on how this is going to save you thousands of dollars. All right, so we started this video off by talking about why these batteries actually fail. We took the battery out of the car, took the lid off, and discovered all the internal parts of the battery, cell configuration, how the modules relate to the BMB and the BMS, and then we took you over a bit of the whole replacement process. Now, for those who stuck with me through today's video, I want to give you a coupon code GTAI for $500 off for not if, but when your battery goes bad.